Close your eyes.
I am fully open and present in the moment to receive any guidance that speaks to my soul. I will be honest and authentic with myself, facing the truth that my body, my intuition, is guiding me as either confirmation or a nudge for healing. I am prepared to wholeheartedly start or continue on my journey to self-discovery and healing. Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading, we're going to be getting messages from the ancestors. Now, we're going to be receiving messages from the ancestors in this life and your ancestors from your past life. Now, the whole world, especially England or Great Britain, has been going through major changes. We're going through changes from the pandemic and also enlightenment, like an awakening to the self, an awakening to spirit, an awakening to our higher selves, etc. Right? So there has been a lot of changes happening, right? But with change, there has to be the old way, the old system has to clear in order for a new system to come in place. And we're all well aware of this. Now, with the Queen's passing, it's incredibly sad, but also we are meant to celebrate her life. This is a woman who is a mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and the queen of the country and the Commonwealth. Right, so of course everyone has their own opinions on her, but one thing we need to take from this is that she's a human being, right? And she came on this earth and she fulfilled her purpose, whatever that purpose is, leading and how she chose to lead, and she's gone. She lived a very ripe age, an age where many of us will not experience. She lived an opulent life, a life that many of us will not experience. However, when she passed, I was in Scotland with my auntie, and I did say to my aunt, she's gone. I think she's passed. Right? Now, it's not that, oh, well, I went to Scotland and somehow energetically all of this happened. No, I'm not saying that. And it's just sheer coincidence. But what I gathered from this is for the collective, because everything is a lesson. Everything on earth, we're meant to kind of reflect back on ourselves. So experiences, situation, events in our lives, how does it affect us? How do we feel about it? And just really look within and examine ourselves and where we're at in life. Her story, her life is highlighting what legacy do you want to leave behind? That's the key thing that popped out. Energetically, what I got when she passed is I should have done more. That's what I heard. Now, the image that I got with I should have done more is helping those who are struggling, the working class, the poor working class English people that we don't see, we don't hear. Those abroad, we think of the ones who are eating cucumber sandwiches and sipping tea at high noon, but not the ones who are working in the factories, struggling to find food. Those people. And that's who she said, I heard it clearly, I should have done more. And the image was on them. So what can we do in order to help others in need, right? And also with that vision, and I'm getting chills badly here, and what I heard, there are people who are in that class, that community, who have so much potential and a lot to offer humanity that can bring about amazing changes. but they were never given the opportunity and chance to show that. So with this new monarch coming in, what we need to do as a people is to encourage that they help those in those situations in this country, right? The working class were ignored. The English working class were ignored. Not blaming others, immigrants coming in and saying it's your fault. It's not. And we know that it's greater than that. It has something to do with those who are in power creating laws. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when I first moved here, right, many years ago, I noticed that the English, so not Great Britain, not Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, the English culture was, I don't know, it's almost like English people divorced themselves from their culture, or it was taken from them and they were made to feel guilty. They were made to feel guilty for wanting to practice and celebrate their culture. I thought it was very weird, because in America, they're not going to be doing that. You imagine hearing, well, you can't celebrate the 4th of July, or you can't celebrate Thanksgiving because it offends a particular group or whatever, right? That's something where people within this country have to come together, right, with compassion, not hate, and to encourage the government to bring about these changes, saying that we want to practice this. We want to eat more of our cultural dishes, right? Because we need to remember, fish and chips is not English. It's actually Jewish immigrants that brought that to this country. That was one of their contributions. And the curry on the weekends, well, we know that is the Indian immigrants, so on and so forth. But we want to have proper English food, you know, the pasties and the this and the that. I actually have a cookbook, and I had to go to a really old small bookshop to find it. You can't get it in these popular bookstores. And it's English cuisine from medieval times all the way up to the 80s. And that's like extraordinary, and the dishes are incredible. But people don't want to eat that. But that's a part of your culture. I mean, I'm going to ramble on because there is tension building. And for years I've seen this, where at some point it's going to erupt. But they're going to be attacking or blaming the wrong people. Okay? So with her passing, and with everything happening with, again, the pandemic and the awakening, and of course many people moving away from God, and somehow I don't even know what the hell they're moving towards, right? A nothingness, or the demon with the horns, right? But it's finding the divine within the self and coming back to God. The love of God. Seeing God in everything. It is so important at this time. Everything is done to divide, because if we knew, felt, and believed in our divinity, we can move mountains. So the question is, how strong are you? And what legacy do you want to leave behind? So the ancestors now want to speak, right? These are the ancestors for many generations. It's all of us. This is the ancestors that covers everyone from all races. And it's not like, oh, well, it's only for the whites or the blacks or the Asians or it's not that, because we all are connected. And many of us have DNA links to this region, right? So some of us, it may have been more brutally and harsh, and others, it was more consensual. But the bottom line is, and the way I look at this, the sperm met the egg, and without that coming together, you wouldn't be here. Okay? Right. So We have 3 options here to choose from. We have rock, paper, and scissors. Right? So rock is option 1, paper is option 2, and scissors is option 3. Now you can pause the video, choose an item. Let's get to it. Hello, option 1. For those of you who selected the rock, here's your reading. Now look at this. This is beautiful. This is a river rock. It's lovely. So let's put this aside. Okay, so we're gonna pull a card from the Bright Future Tarot deck, and that is going to be the guidance from your ancestors from this incarnation, right? Okay, let's give it. Let's do a proper one. Nice. Hi, Jackie. Let's see if you chose this one. Right. So may I have a card for option 1, please? Ancestors of option 1. What would you like them to know at this time? Thank you. We have the Knight of Cups. Beautiful. I'm hearing that song, the lyrics is like, it must be love, love, love. So it's being in that heart center and having compassion, because that's what the Knight of Cups represents. It's compassion for the self and others, but it's really having a very open heart. Open to the point where you really could put yourself in a compromising situation. However, the energy is mainly saying and expressing to have an open heart and to be compassionate to yourself and others, right? Because there's more to the story, right? Could also be focusing on a love situation, right? So let's see, from your past life ancestors, what would they like to share with you? May I have a card? Wow, that's a jumper. We have here the 4 of Cups. And this is from the Pollyanna Tarot. Right. So it's showing me like in a past life. Bottom of the deck, the 9 of Swords. And from the Bright Future Tarot, Temperance. That's on the bottom of the deck. Right, so discontent. So in a past life, when it comes to the emotional body, right, your feelings, you weren't really happy with elements and aspects of your life, right? And it really is pointing to, when you're looking at both of these cards, love, a relationship, right? So in a past life, there might have been a situation where there was unrequited love, right? Because we have here the Ace of Cups, and this is Spirit handing this wonderful opportunity to you, but you're like, no, I don't think so, right? I want to either be more free, where I'm enjoying myself, hanging out with my friends, or before jumping into something serious, or you just don't like the person at all. You know, that individual that the divine was handing to you, that was a good match, you just weren't interested in. That's in a past life. So it's showing me just dissatisfied with aspects of your life where it comes to enjoyment, whether it be relationship, family. I'm hearing like even work, but it feels more so, this is giving me a very feminine energy, like you were like a housewife in a past life. But you just weren't happy in your marriage because it lacked excitement with the Three of Cups. It's like you wanted to have fun with friends, or you were like an outcast, not accepted or felt out of place. But there's some form of dissatisfaction when it comes to love. And in this life, what your ancestors are saying is for you to be open to love, open to experiencing those strong emotions that comes when your heart is open, being vulnerable to love. So it's telling you the healing process from your past life is to be more open to love in this life, to be more accepting of yourself and others in this life, right? To not continue the pattern of discontent, dissatisfaction from a past life into this one. It's like breaking that cycle. So if you are in this life going down the road of, again, feeling really bored, dissatisfied, etc., what you're being advised to do is to be more open to exploring, right? Dating, seeing others, meeting others, interacting with others, and also expressing yourself fully, likes, dislikes, etc. Just being open to feeling and not being closed off and wary. That's what this is saying, your ancestors. So that's a part of the issue here, is having your heart more open, being more free to give and receive love. This could also be doing something that you like, right? So there is an aspect where in this life you're meant to actually follow your desires when it comes to something that you want to accomplish. It could be with work, project, so, or physical fitness, but it's doing something that you enjoy, right? Not hold yourself back. Okay, yeah, look at that Tower. It's like the change has to happen now. This is the lifetime, the incarnation where we're breaking down these barriers, these walls of dissatisfaction, unhappiness. Right? Yeah, look at that. We got the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles. It's like learning to move into that energy, be in that energy, right? Of it's taking a risk, really, of being disappointed. You see, that's a part of when it comes to being vulnerable and being very open. It is incredibly hard because with every disappointment that happens, your heart could close further, right? It could become more closed. You could become more detached. But a part of divine love, or being in the energy of God love, is to actually be open. Yes, not being taken for granted or allowing yourself to be taken for granted. So there's a level of needing to have boundaries, right? So you either telling someone, I don't appreciate you treating me a particular way, or just walking away from the situation completely if it does not resonate with you or feel right to you, right? But this is saying there may be bad experiences, but not allowing it to close your heart, still being open to letting someone in, or having wonderful experiences doing a particular thing where it might not have worked out in the past, but it might work out now, because we got the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles, and that's actually learning how to roll with the punches, right? Learning how to roll with the punches. And a part of that also is being solid with the self. When you understand who you are, when you understand yourself, likes, dislikes, what you're willing to compromise on and what you won't compromise on, right? That makes a hell of a difference. Okay, Four of Cups. Thank you. Five of Pentacles. Look at that. We have here abandonment, feeling isolated, or just, again, detached. Separating yourself from a situation, or not even allowing yourself to be open to certain experiences, and then wondering why I'm not having these wonderful experiences like others. It's calling for you to open up. It's calling for you to move outside of that energy. This is a part of a lesson, y'all. This is a part of a lesson. Five of Swords. Shit. Five of Swords. Wow, in a past life, this was really bad. You got backstabbed. Okay. This is for some of you guys, by the way. Again, this might not be your story, but overall, it is saying to be compassionate, have compassion for yourself and others, and to be open and vulnerable with boundaries, right? Now, this is quite interesting. In a past life, there was an energy of you being backstabbed and just letting go of, or closing your heart completely to any type of physical contact or relationship with others, right? Or someone could have backstabbed you and just left, right? And you were just like, never again, this is going to happen to me. So you could have also, and this is, I'm picking this up, where you could have set, like bound yourself. So you would kind of cursed yourself in a way, where you said that you will never open your heart in any lives to come. Like, you're not going to experience this in future lives because you won't allow it. So you kind of put a curse on yourself. And this, in this life, you're meant to see you are the person who can bring about these changes and prevent this from happening based on how you feel about yourself and how you present yourself. And again, boundaries. With Knight of Pentacles, he moves slowly because he is learning. He's gathering information and learning, right? This is also telling me that for some of you, with the Knight of Cups as well, right? The Knight of Cups gives his heart freely and openly, to the point, and slightly foolishly, can do that in some cases, foolishly, and then gets hurt. This is telling you to read the signs first. With the Knight of Pentacles, move at a comfortable pace so you can learn more about your situation before you give yourself fully. So it's not that you're closing your heart, you're just observing and making sure, discerning and making sure that whatever this person has to offer or the situation is right for you. That's the lesson here. That's the tactic, the approach that you need to take. That's the thing with it being Pentacles as well. That's going to be the thing that is going to allow you to have better experiences from this point on. You won't be repeating this in your next life. Okay? Also, I'm looking at the Sun, and there is a mother and a child. So it's not even passing this lesson down generationally as well. It could be generational for you, but you're not going to have the next generation having to correct this, because this, all you have to do is to be in this energy of using discernment and moving slowly. Yeah, Ace of Cups. It did have something to do with matters of the heart. Yeah. We have the star on the bottom, so that's all about healing, right? So they're expressing to you the lesson here that you can do in order to have a better outcome with certain aspects of your life. That's gorgeous, guys. I'm hearing no more shooting yourself in the foot. Right. Let's get an advice card. Now, I'm going to be using the Dragon Oracle cards. I actually got this for my son because he's obsessed with dragons, but he doesn't want to use it. Once I got him the Dracopedia book, that was it. Okay, so let's get a card for you. Okay, you got two. I think these are pretty neat, all right? So you have Thor's red, black and gold dragon, and it says protect you in times of change, a time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe, right? So these are the positive changes that you're going to be making in this incarnation, again, so that you can have a better experience in this life, right? So we have the silver dragon, and it says illuminate your potential with higher light. Assess untapped resources. Look into your soul. See higher possibilities. Exactly. So that's what they're calling for. And with dragons, it's something very magical about them. So this is seeing the magic within yourself, right? Your greatest potential, your essence. And that you can bring about positive changes and have a wonderful experience in this incarnation, right? You can do certain things in your life that feels right to you, where you are able to build a legacy, right? Create a legacy for yourself, right? And the future generations, where they're going to be fulfilled, happy within themselves, know themselves, right? You will be able to leave this earth saying, I am happy. I've done all that I could. I have fulfilled my purpose. Okay? So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected paper, here's your reading. Okay. Let's put the paper over here. Paper is usually about covering over something. It's also about a clean slate, right? Or becoming more organized, because you use paper to write things down, like create a to-do list, pros and cons, etc. But it's really about self-care. Again, putting or focusing mainly on the important things or things that need your immediate attention, right? So that's very, very important at this point as well. We need to focus on our families, our health, right? Our career, our survival when it comes to how we're going to survive the winter or the next few years with all these changes. But paper is also the possibilities of creating something new, something amazing, right? Paving and creating your destiny here, I'm hearing. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Bright Future Tarot, and we're going to pull a card from your current ancestors, right? Your ancestors from this incarnation. We're going to see what guidance they have for you. May I have a card, please, for option 2? Thank you. You have the Three of Pentacles. Yes, that's nice. Skills, using your skills, right? Not being afraid to sell yourself, like showcase your abilities, your skills to others, to the world, right? This is showing that, look, you have something that is of great potential here, where you can actually make money from, right? Or something that can help the collective, the missing link, the cog in the wheel to make something work, right? Okay, so I'm going to be using the Pollyanna Tarot, and this is going to be guidance from your past life ancestors. So we're going to pull a card and see what they have to say. May I have a card for option 2, please? Past life ancestors. Did I take that? Yeah. We have the Fool. Wow. They're telling you to go for it. That's what I'm hearing. Go for it. Right. So the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is all about ideas, right? And then the bottom of the Bright Future Tarot, we have Death. So that's transformation, change. So what your past life ancestors want to say, and this is something that you may have done in a past life and it's now carried over into this one. With the Fool card, I'm hearing on the brink of bringing about the changes in your life. So it could have been where you were someone that took a lot of risks, was very adventurous, was very open to the new, right? Had a very inventive mind, very creative, very talented, was an innovator of some kind, moved on from one thing to the next to the next. So there's a slightly unsettled energy here, but what they're telling me is that you might have been on a brink or on the brink of something amazing, creating something amazing, and you weren't able to fulfill it. Right now, in this incarnation, they're saying now you have the opportunity to actually bring this idea to life, make it happen, transform your life, right, for the better, bringing about the positive changes. It's almost like the world is your oyster. When we're looking at both of these cards, the world is your oyster. You have an array of ideas, incredible ideas or opportunities where you can actually take your life in so many different directions, right? Have so many incredible experiences, enriching experiences, I'm hearing, right? Where you will be fulfilled when it's time to cross over. Because we're talking about legacy here as well, right? So it's very open for you guys. But what they're saying is that you do have the potential of building or bringing about change, positive changes for yourself and for the collective, if you choose to do that. Telling you to go for it. Like, don't overthink it. Go for it. Try to achieve it in this incarnation. That's what I'm hearing. It could, for some of you, it's actually mastering or fine-tuning something, an idea or a business, before putting it out there. We have the Six of Cups, and this is about the past life, my dear. Right? This is exactly it. So there is working out some teething problems as well. The Six of Cups is also about detoxing or decluttering, right? Removing out. So it does tie in with maybe fine-tuning an idea, improving an idea, improving a concept or a product before putting it out there. But it is telling me that from a past life, there is something that you wanted to put out there to create, and you just didn't get to do it because that's when you crossed over, and now it's the time to make it happen. Right? This could be, a spiritual gift. It's just you're meant to be out there. Put yourself out there. I'm hearing get it right this time. We have here the Two of Wands, right? So the path is clear. I'm hearing taking a different approach. So in this incarnation, taking a different approach with regards to getting whatever you're doing out there or putting yourself out there, changing course in your life, right? This could even be, for some of you, being more sociable, right? Sociable, where you are, instead of being introvert, locked up in your house, not wanting to network, putting yourself out there, networking, letting people know who you are, understand who you are, likes, dislikes, etc. It's just a change is needed. Two of Swords. So it's a bit of confusion here, actually, for some of you, where I'm hearing not knowing what path to take or how to go about changing course. So you could be in a particular relationship or job or situation that you've been doing for a while. You're very comfortable with it, and you know that change is necessary. You desire it, but you don't know how to bring about those changes, right? Now, that's where the Fool steps in and says, sometimes we just have to take that leap of faith and just go for it. Okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and that's all about, you know, the possibilities, right? The possibilities are endless, but also it's showing me support is out there. You're not alone. There's support out there. There's great potential here for you. Okay, the Fool. Let's see what past life ancestors have to say. Strength. Look at that. The courage. The courage to go for it, to take that leap of faith, to step on the path, to put yourself out there. We have Temperance. So it's telling me with strength and temperance, there is a tendency of not knowing how to present yourself. So you could be someone that is quite intense, or you get annoyed easily, or you could be someone where you're very timid, right? And needing to be a little bit more assertive. So temperance here is saying to kind of have a balance between the two. So you're going to be weighing the situation or your environment. So you're going to be feeling it out and knowing exactly how you're meant to present yourself. Right, so again with you guys, this is the second part where discernment is necessary. Learning how to feel a room out or feel people out and knowing how to present yourself to them, being that chameleon. Okay? With the Fool as well, and with temperance and strength, it's showing me as well that you have a natural tendency to calm people down, like to kind of like soothe people, make people feel comfortable around you. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you have a tendency of being that person where you can adapt to your environment. And if you are someone who doesn't do that, you need to start practicing. Because that's how doors will open. Okay. Okay, so what's this? King of Wands. You damn right. Look at that. King of Wands. We're talking about the leader here. We're talking about position of power. We're talking about someone who is fair and just, right? And knows how to handle a situation, again, based on feeling a room or observing a room or observing people, right? Seeing how to, he's a chameleon. This is someone who knows themselves, but also knows how to accommodate others. Bottom of the deck, and I have to take it, is the Knight of Pentacles. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this is saying that it is a process, again, discernment, but it is a process that you're going to grow into. So it's taking your time to move into this energy of changing course or putting yourself out there. Right? So the grounding aspect is not doing something in haste and then being not authentic to who you are when you're around others or you're presenting yourself or product or whatever. Right? It is saying learning how to be patient, pacing yourself, pacing the room, the environment, etc., and then knowing how to project yourself accordingly. That's what this is saying. Or present whatever you want to present to others or your situation. It's something that you're going to be growing into. That's what they're saying. And from your past life, that's what they're saying, that your ancestors, that was the thing that you did not do. Right? The energy of the Knight of Pentacles, which is taking your time and just pacing yourself and using discernment. Okay. Let's get guidance, and I'm using the Dragon Oracle cards. I love this deck. Got it for my son. He's obsessed with dragons. But I also got him the Dracopedia Encyclopedia. And he definitely enjoyed that one more, that book. But these are fun. These are fun. Right. Let's see what magical message for you, pile 2. One card, please. Thank you. We have here Air and Water Dragon. Beautiful. Air and Water Dragon helps you to connect to higher frequencies. Trust your intuition. Develop your psychic abilities. Be open to enlightenment. Express your inner song. You see that, and both ancestors are in agreement with that. So you're going to be using discernment in order to know exactly how to present yourself, present your product, putting yourself out there, or coming up with a solution to your situation. Beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 3. For those of you who selected the scissors, here's your reading. I had to do that. Well, for me, scissors is all about like cutting through the bullshit. Right? That's just upfront. I'm hearing that loud and clear. It's just getting to the heart of the matter. But one thing with scissors, it brings about major transformation, right? So imagine, like, I'll use an example. This piece of paper. Once you cut it, there is no way that you can make it come back together as it was before. I can sew it, glue it. It's not going to be whole again. The change is made, right? So that's what scissors brings. Scissors brings blunt truth. Scissors brings transformation, right? Scissors bring getting to the heart of the matter, right? Scissors bring truths being revealed to you that you may not want revealed to you. I'm also hearing divine intervention here, right? So divine intervention does feel like that. When spirit takes over a situation that you don't want to handle yourself, it is quite blunt, sharp, and painful. Okay, so let's get some messages from the ancestors. Now I'm going to be using the Bright Future Tarot to receive guidance from your ancestors from this incarnation. Okay. Okay. Universe Swords, may I have a card with ancestors for option 3? May I have a card, please? What guidance do you have for option 3? Okay, beautiful. You got 2. Bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Cups. Okay. So you have here the Sun. So we're talking about happiness here. And we have the Universe, so the World card. So this is actually saying that in this incarnation, you're actually, or what they want for you is to have complete happiness, bliss in this incarnation. Because for some of you, for majority of you, this is going to be your last life on Earth. Right? So your next life may be in another solar system. Okay? Or you might end up being elements, right? Or plants on another planet, animal. But it's going to be your last one on Earth. So it's like going out with a bang, right? That's what I'm getting from this. With the 2 of Cups at the bottom, it's calling for you now to be in balance. It's a strong need for you. It's like I'm hearing tying up loose ends. Okay. I'm hearing elements as well. You might end up being elements, right? One of the elements. Right. Let's see what your past life ancestors have to say with the Pollyanna Tarot. You got two major arcanas here as well. That definitely is a bang. Okay, past life ancestors, what guidance do you have for option 3? Thank you. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Right. So again, it's like this is all that you know. You have all that you know. Your skills is to really put yourself out there, present yourself. We have the 10 of Wands. So in a past life, it's like you might have experienced great difficulties, like a lot of responsibility, a lot of setbacks, right? With the 10 of Wands, it's like at the end of that life, there wasn't much satisfaction, or you couldn't enjoy the finer things in life. You couldn't enjoy doing certain things for yourself, for your family, right? Certain experiences. It was always work, hard work, and not seeing much gains. Right? So that's what I'm getting from this. So if you are in a period of struggle, if this has carried over into this incarnation, you're being told that you're actually meant to experience great abundance, great happiness in all areas of your life. Right? So it is not a curse. You do have the potential of a great potential, and you should actually call on the universe, right? So that is interesting. When I was shuffling the card and I asked the universe to send a message and not the ancestors, because for you guys, this is a big deal. You can communicate with the universe source and ask for assistance in bringing about changes in your life when it comes to the struggles and hardships. So remember that you can communicate with source, right? Your higher self as well. You're meant to have a wonderful experience in this current incarnation, not struggle. So take advantage of this divine blessing here, where you can communicate with source and really ask for help, right? But it was incredibly difficult. And when you passed, it's almost like you made a promise to yourself that the next life you were going to do better. You were going to not take on as much responsibility that's not yours, right? So we're not talking about neglecting here, things that you must handle and look after. It's things where it might be someone else's responsibility, right? Or something that someone else needs to learn for themselves in this incarnation. You're not taking that on. You're only focusing on your stuff and your kids, right? Stuff. That's what this is saying. But it's definitely saying that, look, it's supposed to be a totally different outcome in this incarnation. And it's all about balance. It's balanced outlook and feelings. How you feel about yourself and your potential. It's shifting that. What we need to realize is that our thoughts affects how we feel. How we feel affects how we think. And what we think and feel affects our physical body. Right? And it affects our actions. It affects our energy. And the energy is what allows things to attract to us. So this is realizing that we always need to be in balance. Right? So the blue cup represents the sword's energy, like the mind, the logical, the mental body. The cups, the pink, represents the heart. You see what I mean here? It's cups. This is a cups card. It's 2 of cups. But your mental and emotional body has to be in alignment. Okay. Get some more cards from the ancestors from this incarnation. Okay, we have death. Yep, the change. The change is meant to occur in this incarnation. Yep, total 360 here, guys. If it hasn't happened already, know that it can. But you have to put the effort in. This is also about lessons here, right? Starting to make the effort to bring about these positive changes. It's there. The potential is there. Look at that. Flipping hell. 9 of Pentacles. Look at that. That's all about gains, harmony, contentment with yourself, with your situation, being comfortable financially. This is complete abundance. Personal abundance. You see what I mean? Bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords. So that's all about fear. There's fear-based energy surrounding this. But what they're saying is, you have the power to transform everything. But in order to transform it, you got to put the effort in. This is my baby steps card, right? The Page of Pentacles. So you don't have to go at it like a bat out of hell. But what you can do is to start taking the steps, doing the research, or start doing things, being active in bringing about this abundance that is yours for the taking. Spirit has this bad boy on a platter for you. Okay. It's like a buffet. What the hell? Okay, past life ancestors. What guidance do you have for option 3? This is all about legacy here, guys. Legacy. The lesson here. We have 7 of Pentacles. See, this is all about potential. Right? So having your hands in so many different pots, so many different projects, so many different things, wanting to build your abundance and waiting for it to develop where you're seeing the rewards. Right? It may take a long time. Now, this was your past life. Look at that. You worked your ass off. You worked your ass off. And now in this life, you are going to be rewarded, or meant to be rewarded. But again, you've got to put the effort in. It's not just going to fall on your lap. Okay? Don't give up. Ace of Swords, yes, look at that. Ace of Swords. So you knew exactly what you wanted. You knew exactly where you wanted to be. And you were definitely really driving towards that, achieving that. That drive is there, that passion is there. But it may be in this incarnation, some energetically maybe, where it's like, you know, that rush, that drive is probably not as strong or as potent as in your past life. And that's what Spirit is saying. No, just put the effort in and ask me, and I will help you, because I know that you did the work in your previous life. One more. Okay, so we got 2. 8 of Wands, look. 8 of Wands. So it's like wanting things to speed up, wanting to experience the change quickly. This is the past life. So you really worked hard, really tried your hands at so many different things, might have needed to have money or that stability quick, I'm feeling here that someone might have been ill, a child or something like that, but needing to be able to afford to look after the child, but it didn't pan out that way. Let's see this one, the death card. Yeah, we have death. So it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. You have death here twice, by the way. But now, because you have put that effort in your past life, in this life, especially with the death, you're going to be blessed. It's time to harvest, right? And this is the ending. It was like the ending, your last life of struggle. And the rebirth is of abundance. I'm wanting you, this is what Spirit is saying, I'm wanting you to have an incredible experience, right? In your last life on earth. Wow. But you have to ask. You have to put the effort in. Not fear it. Wow. Beautiful legacy here you could build. Okay. So, ooh, I'm getting chills. In the comments, tell me if you have a life path number 9 and you're watching this, because if you do, that's definitely the case. This is your last incarnation on this planet, right? Reason why I said I have a life path 9 as well. And yeah. Okay. So we have here from the Dragon Oracle, Black Dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. Wow. And of course, with death that's appearing twice, that's what it means too, right? Transformation. Something dies and then it comes back to life, but in better form, evolved. That is beautiful. And look at this. You have this plant here. It's covered and it's growing. That's you growing. You are the magic. That's beautiful, guys. So it's calling for you to meditate as well. Meditate, connect with the universe, connect with your higher self source, and ask for help. Ask for help and put the effort in to moving towards receiving this abundance. It is yours. The blessing is yours here. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Open your